Hello and welcome. I'm Troshinsky and this is an advanced tutorial for my game Loop Raccord. Loop Raccord is a game in which you have to create an illusion of continuous movement by synchronizing a chain of video clips. So it can be fairly easy when we have two videos like this, in which we can see a clear movement that goes outside of its frame, and the next movement is entering from outside its frame too. All we have to do is to stop the active clip, go back to the moment when the movement is about to start, and release it, as the previous movement is about to end, like this. But when we have a video with a movement that stops before going outside of its frame, it becomes a little bit trickier. So, how do we synchronize this? We have to think that in order to make this illusion believable, it has to feel physically right. So we need to think of it as weights that are pushing each other. We need to imagine that this suitcase is stopping because it's pushing this lady forward. And the lady starts moving because she has inherited the momentum created by the suitcase. Imagine it like this instead.
This is to Arizona. This is to Arizona. This is to Arizona. This is to Arizona.
So again, what we have to do is to find the moment when the movement starts and release it as the previous movement ends. Here we can see another tricky combination. This penguin does not go outside of its frame and does not stop either. In this case, we must look for the moment in which he gives the strongest impulse, the one that is more likely to start the next movement. These impulses can be very subtle, like in this case. If you look carefully, there's a little push forward that happens next to the end of the movement. Slower movements are harder to synchronize, but there's always a moment of higher intensity. As with any other game, it gets harder as you make progress in the level, not because it's harder to synchronize, but because it's harder to concentrate as each unlocked clip adds a new layer of sound. Unlike in any other puzzle game, there is no absolute truth about how to synchronize a movement. The exact moment in which it feels right is very subjective. You may find hard to synchronize some videos that other people find very easy. And you may disagree with the synchronization points I set up, and you may be right. But hey, it's my game, so I set the rules. So when you finally get to synchronize a combination of videos that you find difficult, stop for a moment and try to understand how they work together and why the record point was there and not anywhere else. And remember that, like in any other game, practice will make you better.